Hey everyone, welcome to this Powered by Iron Health podcast, where our vision is to create a community that raises the standard of health and wellness. We don't take that lightly. We're full force on that. We're trying to build a better community. We want to make sure we deliver value so you can understand your body, understand what's going on, understand your mind, anything health related, so we can continue to push you forward. Today we're going to talk about habits. It's a little different than a physical therapy type of topic, but I think habits are essential for everything because it does go hand in hand with everything. Like, how do you create habits? Habits really dictate your life. Everything we do is a habit. You're habitual. So before we dive into anything, like, what do you do first thing in the morning? Do you go on your phone? Is that your habit? Do you wake up, turn around, look at your Instagram, look at your email? Is that the habit you created for yourself? Now, I want you, if you take nothing from this video, just start to see what you do first thing in the morning. Start to understand how your mind works, what you're programmed to do. If your habit is that, do you really want that to be a part of your habit, right? Investigate your habits, track them. Because if you're looking at Instagram first thing in the morning and the first thing you do is compare yourself to someone else's life, you think that's healthy for you? You think that's good for your mind? I would say no. We are nothing but a collection of habits. People are nothing but a collection of habits. You can see when you look in the mirror, if you're not happy with the way you look, your body, you know that those are habits that you have that are creating that. You are your habits. You are the way you do things on a regular basis, right? And if you guys haven't read Atomic Habits, it's a fantastic book. We're going to dive into some little tips and tricks on how to develop these habits. But if you want more and more concise and a broader expansion of information, check that book out. It's called Atomic Habits. So one thing I want to talk about is a story about people who are smokers. There's still some smokers out there. And if you ever talk to a smoker who is not ready to quit, they identify themselves as a smoker, right? So their habit is like, I need to have a cigarette after coffee or first thing in the morning. They're self-identifying. They have created this entire habit in their system. And then over time, that habit gets embedded into the way they do things, and it's hard to break from that. So from that simple thing, yes, there's a lot more of mental and addiction to that as well, but that is their habit, right? And then that habit became their identity. That's a small little example of how what you do creates of who you are. So how are you talking to yourself? I think that's an important question. How do you identify yourself? Do you identify yourself as someone who eats healthy and works out every day and you're going to not have pain, or you're going to make sure you're going to run this triathlon or run this marathon, or I'm a runner, or I'm a fitness enthusiast? Or you're identifying as someone who's a victim, I'll never be out of pain. I will never get to that, or I can't do that because. Start to look at the way you're talking to yourself, because you are creating subconscious habits just from the way you have conversations with yourself. And I think that's an important point there. Conversations start it all, because your brain has now created these patterns, these grooves that are like, this is who we are. It takes a lot to get out of it, but it is possible, and it starts with new habits. So what do you do for basics if you want to change the way your habits are in your life? First step is, do you have a habit tracker? We have someone on our team, Jen. I'll shout out Jen. She created a whole habit tracker for the year. You can literally track the way your habits go. And you can say, I want to get better with X, Y, and Z. Now imagine this process. You are accountable to tracking something on a daily basis, and you hold yourself accountable. That's another step, and you're tracking it. So do you have a habit tracker? Getting a habit tracker can drastically change the way you do things. Habits turn into patterns. This is the second step, time under tension. You want to make sure you evolve your habits to patterns. With that habit tracker, now you're taking it to the next level. You're creating it, time under tension. And eventually, that will become the new you. So habits lead to time under tension. Time will develop your new pattern of life. So the last solution for your habits is small, measurable goals. I know this sounds tedious. It's like school. You have to redo these things that you were doing in school, but how much do you want to change? How much do you want to change your life? Create your habits. Pick 3 habits. We're going to go through this whole thing. You got 3 habits you want to change. You're going to have a habit tracker. Every day I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. You're going to write it down. You're going to track it. It's your first step. Time under tension. You're going to commit to it for 90 days. Can I do these 3 things every day for 90 days? Small, measurable goals. Today I'm here. I want to get to there. So try that. Let us know what you think. Thanks for watching.